Aloha and welcome, everyone. It's been a while. I hope you're all doing well. It's me, Sachi the Seer. I am here for a very special announcement. Season 3 is on its way. Season 3, episode 1 is going to be on May 28th at 8:30 p.m. EST. So make sure that you watch it on YouTube when it comes out. I want to make a couple announcements about Season 3 and then also share some other information as well. So let's get to it. So the changes to the video cast are going to be as follows. So the monthly or bi-monthly, I haven't made up my mind yet. We are going to be discussing primarily the sun's movements for that month. So we are going to hone in on the information of the star activations and star alignments. I've only done a couple through season 2 for the transit information. But I want to focus more on the alignments because there's so much information contained in there. And we're also going to be talking more about the non-ecliptic constellations, which ties into the star alignments because most of the alignments are not within the zodiacal constellations, although some of them are, and of course we will highlight those as well. The reason why I want to do this is because there's so much information there and not a lot of people are talking about this. And I think that this is a really key factor of true sky astrology is that we take into account everything that's happening in the sky, not just the zodiacal constellations. We use the entirety of the sky. And there's just a plethora of information that can be had there. And I think it's really important to get this information out so that more people begin to utilize these methods, begin to study these stars, become more familiar with them. So we're going to talk about the constellations themselves, and we will, of course, talk about specific stars within those constellations when there are alignments. And again, for what is going to be put on YouTube, it is going to be primarily the sun alignments. I am also going to be sharing the full and new moon information for that month. All the other transit information, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and all of the outer planets are going to be membership only through my website, either Eagle or Phoenix members. This is to make sure that I don't get burnt out and that I also feel that I am receiving from the community for how much hard work, time, dedication that I put into this information because I truly want to continue to do this, but I need to make sure that it's sustainable for me as well. So I'm sure you all are familiar with energy exchanges and you can become a member now. So Eagle Access right now is $19.99 and Phoenix Access is $111.11. So if you go to my website, you can go to the more area and then subscription plans here, and that's where you'll find the information. So for the Eagle membership, you will get the exclusive videos, which talk about all the transit information for Mercury, Venus, Mars, and all the outer planets. Those are going to be separate videos that are uploaded onto my website. And you can get all that information there. You will also have access to any of the exclusive readings that I do for members only and any extended readings that I do connected to my personal YouTube, Sachi the Seer. So I'm in process of sort of revamping and rebirthing a lot of Sachi the Seer, and I want to tie the True Sky crew into that so that way everybody can benefit from the information and knowledge and skills that I have. So, and you also will get access to the star catalog. So I am posting detailed information on specific stars. So it's going to go into deeper detail than what I discuss in the video cast because as you know, these stars hold so much information and keeping these episodes to a couple hours, and we'll see with the new methodology how long the episodes are going to be. I imagine it should be maybe around 2 hours, but in order to keep the information, within that certain amount of time, it does take a lot of editing and sort of leaving things out, and I really don't like to do that. I love to be detailed. I want people to be as informed as possible. I want to share as much information as I can. So I feel like the star catalog on my website through my musings page is really going to help Put it out there and then you can access it anytime you want. You don't have to go to a video. You can just search for that specific star through the star catalog on Musing. So I feel like that is going to be really helpful for you for those who are interested in learning more about the specific stars. And then you will also be getting exclusive discounts and promo codes and coupons and member only emails that you will get with the Eagle subscription as well. And then if you sign up for Phoenix, it is everything I just mentioned in Eagle, plus you get a 30-minute session with me every month. And it can be your choice if you want to talk astrology, if you want a 30-minute astrology reading, or if you want a 30-minute psychic tarot and Pokemon seed reading. So it's up to you how you want to do that. So right now, I'm recording this mid-April, and I believe it's April 15th now. The 16th, I think it's past midnight. And so this is the price now. Within the next month, the prices are going to increase when I post the videos for the transit information for Mercury and beyond. So if you sign up now, you get this monthly subscription and it locks you in. So if you're interested, now would be the time to do that. And then you don't have to worry about the price going up. But I am letting you know that the price is going to go up in May. Okay. I also would like to know what you're interested in seeing. So I kind of already have season 3 formulated. Again, I may do bi-monthly transits and then I might do something else in the month between. I'm still formulating and I'm open to any sort of feedback of what you would like to hear. And then also, how can I best share the information with you? Like, what would be most helpful for you to learn these things and apply these things? When it comes to this star information, are you guys interested in a book that you can reference? Are you interested in a class that you would like to take? Per sign or however you want to do it. Let me know because I want to make sure that I'm showing up for you the way that is most helpful for you to receive the information. When it comes to the video cast itself, are you interested in more predictive astrology? Do you want more application rather than just information? Like instead of telling you what the energy of the star is, should I just be sharing with you, okay, this is what to do, during this time. Would be the most aligned thing, or this is what to avoid. For me, I'm really into applying information, so I'm just wondering, what you guys are into, or if there's something else, you can let me know as well. So you can put that in the comments, or if you prefer to reach out directly, privately, you can email me at thetrueskycrew@gmail.com or sachitheseer@gmail.com. And I'm also available on Instagram through either of those as well. I also want to let you know that since season 2 ended, I do have a new service available. I might have actually released it right or birthed it to the world uh, before the last episode. I honestly can't remember, but it has been out for a couple months. I've done quite a few of these and have gotten some amazing feedback and reviews. And so if you're interested in this, let me know. So this True Sky Star Report is a written report on your sun, moon, and rising. And I will be adding Mercury, Venus, and Mars soon per request. So, but anyway, so this report specifically goes into your star activations for your sun, your moon, and your ascension point. So this is going to be focused on 3 specific stars. And again, these are the star activations. And I will write basically like a mini book about you and what it means. So I'll tell you the information on all the stars. And then I will also share what it means that that specific placement is there. So if the sun is activating Zubin al-Janubi, what does that mean? If your ascension point is activating Pollux, what does that mean? Right? So they're very, very detailed. These have ranged from 7 to 15 pages so far. Again, I like to be as thorough as possible, make sure that I'm sharing all the information that I have with you. And yeah, so if this interests you, this can be booked at my website. And again, keep a lookout for the edition of this, which is going to be Mercury, Venus, and Mars, which I plan to expand that within the next couple months, okay? But Sun, Moon, and Rising is the great starting point. So yeah, if you're ready to learn more about these specific stars that relate to you, then let me know and book. And I also want to announce something really exciting. I have created a master course, How to Calculate True Sky Data. So, calculating true sky data is a master course on calculating celestial points, star activations, star alignments with your sky app for use in natal charts and transits. The reason why I developed this is because I feel like more people need to start using the real sky. Even people who claim that they're true sky astrologists are still using a calculator that really does not reflect the actual sky itself. And I think that really needs to change. And I also think people who are using true sky astrology need these skills. I think it's very important that people are learning this because this is really the next level of application and utilizing astrology in a way that is actually aligned with the real sky. Okay, so it's not just looking at some stagnant 2D calculator that's actually not giving you true data. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this course if you're interested. It is an 8 module course that teaches you how to calculate celestial data with your Sky app. And again, you can use this for natal charts. So you can create your natal chart, you can find your own star activations or star alignments, you can find it for other people. You can also use it for transit information. And if you're not interested in taking the course and you just want this information for yourself, of course, I also offer this as a service on my website, and that can be found under True Sky Astrology. But this is true sky astrology. Okay. Calculating true sky data is true sky astrology. We are using the sky. Okay. The real sky. And we are going to be calculating celestial points like North Node, South Node, Vertex, Part of Fortune with the real sky. We will calculate star activations and star alignments with the most accurate celestial data because this is straight coming from astronomical sources. Okay. And this is going to up level your understanding of astrology and the cosmos. And this is for your personal use or your business use. And if you're a professional astrologer and you have been wanting to level up and apply true sky astrology, but you don't really know where to start, this is the course for you. And so completing this course, you are going to be able to calculate things like ascension point, descension point, north node, south node, black moon, Lilith, part of fortune, so much more. Actual celestial calculations in the real sky. You're also going to be able to rely on yourself for accurate celestial data. No more relying on other people or limited calculators for data. So again, even these calculators that claim to be true sky calculate, they're not true sky calculating. They're not. I had multiple people reach out to me saying, hey, I'm using this calculator. It claims to be true sky, but it's saying that my moon is in Cancer. But when I look at a sky app, it's very clearly in Leo. And yeah, because the apps and these calculators don't actually reflect the real sky. That's just a fact. Okay. So using the actual sky itself as the place that we're collecting that data from is true sky astrology. Okay. And so you won't have to rely on these apps, which are not true. And also, you won't have to rely on other people. As much as I love you guys tuning in, I have to take breaks sometimes, right? So, through the period from season 2 to now, if you weren't really sure what was going on true sky astrology wise, I want you to be able to know. I want you to be able to do this for yourself. And then, of course, way show for others, show others how to do this kind of stuff and how to connect to the true sky. Like, this is how we change the world. This is how we collectively shift timelines as a collective, as a group consciousness, rather than just, I know there's so many more of us now, but at the beginning it was like maybe 100 of us really holding it down for the collective. Thankfully, we have grown in numbers, and I'm very thankful for that exponential growth, but there's still more to do, right? Okay. So it's also going to help you understand astrology and charts from an actual celestial perspective. So instead of just looking at a chart that a calculator spits out, which one isn't accurate, and two, it's like, okay, you see Black Moon Lilith placement there. Well, what does that really mean? Like, what is it? Part of fortune, what is it? Vertex, what is it? Okay, we are going to calculate it and I'm going to share what this actually is so that you can be like, oh, okay, now I understand what that actually means and how it applies. And do I actually want to use that point? Does it actually mean anything? Right? And then, of course, we are going to go over how to calculate star alignments and star activations for celestial bodies like, the sun, moon, planets, and asteroids, but also for celestial points. So after we calculate, North Node, South Node, Black Moon, Lilith, how do we find the star activations and star alignments, even for theoretical points, right? Because these calculated points, they're not celestial bodies, they're calculated points. You're also going to learn these skills to expand your cosmic consciousness. This is really going to open your mind, expand your consciousness to really have a cosmic view of things. And you are going to have the tools, the skills, and the knowledge to formulate your own scientific method and standards for true sky astrology. I certainly have my own, and I do it my way, and I do it the way that makes the most sense because it's the most accurate. But I'm also going to give you the tools and knowledge and options like, hey, you can do it this way if you want. This is the way that I do it, and this is why. So even though I believe, for example, using mean points, I don't really see the point. They're not real at all. They're even 1 degree away from being real because it's calculated. So I still teach you how to find them, even though I don't believe in the application of them. Okay. I want you to make your own informed decisions. And that's the whole thing about true sky astrology in itself, right? Because most people who are on the tropical algorithm aren't informed. So just a little brief information to remind you what a star activation versus a star alignment is. A star activation is the nearest major star in the sky next to a celestial body or calculated point. There is always one. You can reference multiple if you wish. I've never seen two stars that are equidistant from a specific thing. It doesn't mean that, theoretically it's absolutely possible, but I've always seen that there is one star that is closer than the other. For me, like if it's in a middle point, so if it's in like the Cancer Leo void and there's two stars and maybe it's within zero point 0.1 degree away from each other or 20 arc minutes or something like that, then I may choose to include both because technically it's in the Cancer Leo void, right? It's not in either constellation. And again, that's something for you to decide. Do you want to do it that way if it's in the void, or do you just want to do it the closest and okay, call it a Cancer moon, right? And the star activation is determined by the visual location in the sky. So you can easily see this in the sky itself. You can look up and okay, yep, it's kind of undeniable. That's not kind of, it is undeniable. That is where it is. And that is the closest star, major star. And most star activations are zodiacal. So they're going to be, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, etc., but not always. There are some that are not going to be zodiacal. Some common ones are, Cetus. Well, I guess I mentioned Aries. Aries technically isn't a zodiac sign either, but Cetus, Orion, Scutum, um, Sextans. Um, those are some that are quite common. But again, most of them are going to be zodiacal. On the other hand, a star alignment, it is calculated by whether it's a celestial body or celestial point. So, North Node or Jupiter, let's say, Jupiter's location in respect to the current pole stars. So we use the North Pole star and the South Pole star, and we plug that in and how it is aligned with the pole stars, what stars are on that line in alignment with. And so there are exact alignments where it's exactly on the line. I usually do it within like a 0.5 degree. Or do you want to do just major star alignments? Maybe within 5 degrees, maybe within 2 degrees. Again, this is up to you to determine what degree, what standard deviation you want to do from an exact alignment, right? So star alignments are mostly non-zodiacal. So they're going to be in constellations that are not on the ecliptic, that are not part of the zodiac. And you usually have multiple alignments for any given placement. And these can be exact or major star alignments, but sometimes you have no alignments at all. Okay. And again, you will be taught how to calculate these things, how to very quickly pick up on it. So the course includes an intro video and 8 modules. Okay, so modules 1 through 6 are going to teach you how to calculate various data points and the star activation and star alignments of those. Module 7 and 8 are an answer key for the self-test. So you're going to take a self-test between module 6 and module 7. And you will also receive a PDF packet. So you're going to get note-taking spreadsheet for modules 1 through 6. It is going to give you an outline to write things down, settings, calibrations, and, we're going through the course. You'll know exactly what to put in there. We're picking a specific time and date, and you are going to be putting in the star alignments and activations and taking notes along the way with, okay, how does this work? What settings do I use? And so on. It makes complete sense in the course. And then you also have the self rest. Yeah, take some rest in between, but a self-test spreadsheet. So you are going to be given a specific time, date, and location. You are going to test yourself with your Sky app, fill out the self-test, and then you're going to watch module 7 and 8 to complete your answers. There will also be community discussion in the video comments. So if you have any comments or questions, you are to put your questions and comments and things like that on the comments of the video itself so that everyone can benefit from what you have to say and any questions that you may have. I already had some comments that I needed to add to one of the videos, and you'll definitely see why. And then also there will be email support. So if there's something that you need to speak about that you don't think can be directed at the comments of the videos, you are welcome to contact me via email, and you can have support with anything else that for some reason you feel like can't be put in the video. Just to go into a little bit of details, in Module 1, you're going to learn how to calibrate your Sky app and get familiar with the settings. We do use Sky Safari desktop model. I believe it's Sky Safari 6, but any version that is available will work. I think it actually might be 5, 6, or 7. I'm not actually sure. It says it on my website if you're interested. But again, if it's available right now, you're fine. And so again, we're going to learn how to calibrate it and get familiar with settings. And then we're going to find the sun and moon and calculate their star activations and star alignments. We're going to determine, what constellation they're in as well, right? That's when I say find it, that means, okay, we're finding out where it is. Okay, it's in Leo, or it's in the Cancer Leo void, or it's in the Aquarius, Capricornus Aquarius blend, right? So we're going to learn how to identify those things. And then again, the star activations, star alignments. You are going to learn how to calculate the ascension point and the rising star, which is the star activation. Again, these are two different things, and the ascension point star alignments, as well as the descension point, the descending star, and the descension point star alignments. And you are also going to learn how to find Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto in Module 2 and calculate all of those star activations and star alignments. In Module 3, you're going to learn how to calculate your midheaven. And this is going to be the ecliptical midheaven and the zenith point. And I talk a little bit about the difference of these and how they're applicable and why I think you should use one versus the other versus how a star of another one can be utilized for chart hacking or magic and things like that. And then also calculating your midheaven star activations and star alignments. We are also going to calculate the Imam Coeli, the ecliptical IC, and the actual nadir point, and then also the star activations and star alignments of the IC. In Module 4, you are going to learn how to calculate the North Node and its star activations and star alignments. I'm going to teach you how to find the real North Node or the true North Node, and then the mean, which is the average value of that point in time. Personally, I think true values are the ones to use. I mean, true sky astrology, why not use the true value? But if you prefer to use the mean value, I teach you how to do it. Okay. Again, I want you to formulate your own methods that will make me proud no matter what, even if I agree or disagree. Okay. And then also calculating the south node, its star activations and star alignments, and again, the true and mean value. We will learn how to calculate Black Moon Lilith, its star activations and star alignments, true and mean, and Priapus and its star activations and star alignments, again, true and mean points. In Module 5, you are going to learn how to calculate the vertex and the anti-vertex. And you are also going to learn how to calculate vertex and anti-vertex star activations and star alignments. We will also go over how to calculate part of fortune and part of fortune's star activations and star alignments. In Module 6, you are going to learn how to find specific asteroids, Lilith, Juno, Chiron, and even some of the weird ones. We are going to go over Lilith, Juno, and Chiron, but the methodology for finding all of the asteroids is basically the same. So those are the ones that we are going to be doing in class, and then you are going to learn how to calculate the asteroid star activations and star alignments because these cannot be just selected in the night sky. You have to know how to find them. And then you are also going to learn how to calculate aspects in Module 6. So these aspects, of course, are going to be, aspects between Sun and Moon and Jupiter and Saturn and Uranus, but also between calculated points. So things like the north node, true north node. How do we calculate the relationship between true north node and the sun if that's a calculated place and can't be selected? Okay, so you are going to learn how to do all these different types of calculations. And then, of course, things like the asteroids with actual celestial bodies or asteroids and calculated points, right? Because calculated points and asteroids, neither of them can be directly selected. So how do we do that? How do we find the aspects? So you'll learn how to do that again in Module 6. Then, like I said, you are going to take a self-test. So it's in that PDF packet where you're going to be given a date, a time, and a location. You are going to calibrate your app to that. You are going to fill out the star activations and star alignments. And compared to the class, it's very fast because I say only exact star alignments within 5 degrees, where the class, we kind of expand it. That way you can kind of see like, do I want to do it within 5 degrees or maybe 3 degrees, or should I stick to exact, right? Again, you are going to have the information to make your own methodology of what makes sense to you and how you want to apply this information. And so you're going to do your self-test. And again, all the instructions are going to be included. And you are also going to calculate the aspects as well. And then after you're done filling in your spreadsheets, then you are going to check your answers. In Module 7, you'll check your answers for the star alignments and star activations, as well as location. So it's going to be, what constellation is it in, what's a star activation, and then what are the star alignments. And so you'll check that in Module 7, and you can watch the whole video. I go through everything on how to calculate it. But then at the end of each video, I have the answer key open, and all of that is in the description. So if you want to just look at the answer key, you can go there. If you find that you get something wrong, you can just easily select whatever point in the description that you need to check, and you can just watch that. Or you can watch the whole thing, pause between each thing and just sort of test yourself as you go, whatever works for you. This is really meant for you to go at your own pace in whatever way you like to learn. And then Module 8 is going to be aspects. So again, after you calculate the aspects, you are going to, you have already filled out all your stuff, right? And then you are going to check the aspects. And again, I do go through the whole video and calculate everything in the answer key for Module 8. But then at the end, I have just the answer key up on the screen. So you can just check that. And again, all of the different points are going to be in the description box. So it's really easy for you to just click anywhere that you need to double check. So remember, you have the power to create your own scientific method. After you take this course, you're going to have all the information that you can make conscious decision, informed decisions to formulate your own method of how you want to use True Sky Astrology and exactly how to get these data points and use actual real celestial data. Okay. And then again, you can choose how you want to do star activations. Do you want to do just one or maybe the closest few? You can choose your own range for star alignments. Do you only want exact alignments? Great. You only want major stars, that works too. You only want to consider something within 3 degrees of that alignment line, then do it. Okay? You will be able to do things for it yourself. I am here to teach you what makes most sense to me and why. I'm going to give you the tools and the knowledge to calculate things the way that make the most sense to you. I'm going to empower you to use True Sky data in the way that you see fit. And remember, you are helping the world by using True Sky astrology. Okay, you are using the timeline mechanism, the timekeeping mechanism that is designed by the divine. Our cosmic clock was a gift from God, Goddess, from Source, and we are a part of this cosmic clock. People who are using a pretend algorithm that is so disconnected from actual nature and our celestial siblings, they are forcing a dystopian timeline. I mean, I'm sure by now you all know the origins of the tropical algorithm and how it's still connected to these evil institutions. And so, literally, by using True Sky Astrology, you are reclaiming the original architecture and reclaiming these timelines, these organic timelines. You're solidifying the organic timelines by being an organic timeline keeper. You are also the microcosm that is going to ripple into the macrocosm. You are paving the way for others to connect to their actual celestial siblings. And I myself can attest to this. When I first started speaking out about True Sky Astrology, whatever the opposite of an echo chamber is, that is what I was in. Everyone was against me. I did not know one single person online who was talking about the same things that I was seeing. People were either confused or absolutely hated me. I got so much flack, so much hatred, and I pushed through it. I just kept showing the facts, showing the sky. Look up for yourself. Don't believe me. Don't believe your astrology app either. Just go look. Tell me what you see, right? And thankfully, I mean, that was 5 years ago now. Thankfully, there are so many more true sky astrologists out there. And I also share a little bit why I call myself an astrologist rather than an astrologer. Okay. And I also would, urge you to start using that distinction as well. Okay. Because we're scientists, true sky astrologists. We're not erring with the tropical algorithm. Okay. Gotta put some sass on it. Okay. So let me tell you, when I started, like those first couple years were very, very difficult, but I still get messages, emails of people telling me that I changed their life, of people telling me that they're so thankful that I kept talking about True Sky Astrology, that I kept showing the actual astronomical data, because even at first they were triggered. They didn't like, that their entire perception of reality was just shattering around them, because I understand me myself. I put my entire identity around astrology. That's originally why I was Sachi the Scorpio, right? And people still thank me to this day. And it's just so beautiful. And I have seen my work ripple out into the collective. People who even have never even talked to me, I know because I've seen them like watch my stuff. Like, I know I influenced you in that direction. And it's beautiful. And I love that. And I know that you're meant to do that too. Like, you are meant to touch so many people's lives and help so many people see the truth of the sky, right? And I know in spiritual principles, it's really important to not like impose your beliefs on people or whatever, right? But when we consider how tropical astrology is that, kind of colonized mindset through where it came from, this is a liberation. True Sky Astrology helps liberate people. It does not confine them to this distorted algorithm that they were innocently indoctrinated to, basically against their will. Okay. And you are going to be this microcosm that spreads into the macrocosm, and you are going to help the fractal nature of reality so that more and more people wake up. More and more people start looking to our celestial siblings, looking to the sky for answers, just as our ancestors did. This is the original way. This is not a new method. This is the original template. It's just like with healing, right? People are like, oh, plant medicine, blah, 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 like new age. No, there's nothing new about it. That is the original healing modality. These petroleum-based pharmaceuticals have been around a very short time. Same with the tropical algorithm. 2,000 years is very short when we consider all of history, human history, especially if you want to consider all of the forgotten history as well. All right, I don't want to go on too many tangents, y'all. And remember, you're ahead of the crowd. Not many people know how to do this. This is sacred knowledge, and if you are meant to be one of the people who are going to be a way shower for others, this is your time and this is the course. And I'm so thankful that I can be here to help you. And because I love the True Sky Crew and thank you all for being an amazing part of this community and supporting this video cast, I'm going to give you a discount. I'm posting this video on April 16th, and you can get a 10% discount on the course, Calculating True Sky Data, if you use the code TrueSky, all caps, until April 22nd. So you have 6 days to use this coupon code to get 10% off, and you can do that at sachitheseer.com. You can go to the little menu, click on classes, and I will also link the class in the description box below, as well as everything else that we discussed during this. So thank you so much for listening to this, I guess, intermediate. And I hope you guys are getting really excited for season 3. I certainly am, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you in May. And again, make sure you join my website before the prices go up. All right. And let's see. All right. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you a little over a month. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out.